128
Ma'am,
divided
120.
by Jesse.
128
Answer
divided
one, ma'am.
Did you
by
come late?
32.
Sorry.
2 times 16, right?
Yeah. 32.
Minus 3.
3. It's 1.
So 128. Yeah, we'll just do
One,
it a little
ma'am.
bit of procedure. Let's do the procedure and go. So 2 times 16 is 32
32.
Yes.
Yeah.
minus 3.
3.
3.
2 times 16 is 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 to 32. How many times 128?
Mom, it's divide.
It's
Divide
You
first.
division.
1 divided by 32 minus 3 is 1, right?
1. 128 divided by 32.
Yeah. Oh,
Is
128
4.
divided by 32.
128 divided by 32.
Yeah, it's
4.
1. Okay.
4.
Minus 3
3.
is 1.
1.
1.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
So it's 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see if you're correct or not.
Is it gonna be our finals as well?
Well, it will be one or two, one
yeah.
question, not a final. It might be a part of your assignment a little bit, but a very little bit, like one or 2 marks. Okay, guys. So that was we learned about. That was interesting. I know, to open up the thing, but then and to know how exactly to solve and which part to focus first and which part to focus later on. So that's called the basic order of operation. And just always remember BADMAS. So BADMAS will always help you to calculate it, at which one to approach first. Okay. We'll do some more problems later on. I've given you the practice questions as well. So after we finish the chapter, we will go to the practice questions. There are different types of fractions, proper fractions and improper fractions. Basically, 2 types, and the proper fractions are the numerator. Now there are the terminology which is used when we divide something. So the part on the top area is called the numerator, and the below term is called the denominator. Yeah. So when the numerator is less than the denominator, they are called the proper fraction, and when the numerator is higher than the denominator, they're called the improper fraction. Okay. So that is, if you remember, we did lots in the income tax, divide by this and divide by that. So they are called the proper and the improper fraction. Even we talked about dividends calculation and all. So where we used to calculate all the decimals. So how do you calculate the decimals? By using the proper and the improper fraction. So the one term is called the numerator and the other is called the denominator. Like 3 is called the numerator and 7 is called the denominator. Okay. I say some noise coming of the kids, Can you please, I request you, please, if you can mute yourself, Equivalent factor. So what happened is, like, suppose this is 4 divided by 5. Okay. Now this is the lowest value. Further, this you cannot divide that, because for division, for dividing, you need to have a common value, right? Like, say for example, if it is like 4 divided by 5, okay, now you cannot divide it because there is no common divisible value. It has to be like 1. Like if you divide by 2, 2 2s are 4 is exact divisible, but 2, there is nothing as 5, right? So it will come as decimal. So you can reduce the value to the lowest, but you can increase the value to the highest by multiplying with the common value. So suppose, for example, 4 by 5, if you multiply the numerator and denominator both by 2, what will it come? 8 divided by 10, right? If you divide, if you multiply both, multiply, I cannot write it here, but I'm just trying to show you. I'll show you in the further slides, but I'm trying to explain you that if you multiply 4 times 2 and 5 times 2, so it will come to the highest value. Further, if you multiply with 1 more, it will come to more highest value. And then you can reduce it to lowest. So that's where you have to multiply with the common value to bring up to the highest value. That's what it's changing the term without changing the value. So you change this term 8, 10, but if the value does not change, ultimately it will remain as 4 by 5 when you reduce it to the lowest. Yeah. So if you're multiplying as and when with any of the common value, the term will change. Like 4 by 5 will become 8 by 10. Again, further you multiply with 2, it will become 16 by 20. But when you are actually bringing up to the lowest value, it will still remain 4 by 5. That's what it meant to say. So changing the term without changing the value. You don't change the value, you keep changing the term. How do you change the term? By multiplying the common number. Okay. So equivalent fraction in higher terms. Okay. Eleanor, can you read this for me, please?
Equivalent fractions change terms without changing value. Equivalent fractions in higher terms obtained by multiplying both numerator and the denominator of a fraction by the same number. For any fraction, we can obtain an unlimited number of equivalent fractions in higher terms. Equivalent fractions in lower terms obtained if both the numerator and denominator of a fraction are divisible by the same number of numbers. The process of obtaining such equivalent fractions is called reducing the to lowest terms.
Yeah, thank you, Eleanor. Thank you so much. So basically, as I mentioned it, that if you are increasing this 4 by 4, 4 divided by 5, if you multiply with times 2, multiply with further by times 2, for multiply with any number on both the side, numerator and denominator, it is going to bring up fraction in higher terms.
Higher
But
terms.
the value does not change. When you bring up to the lower term, it will still remain 4 divided by 5. Okay. So suppose, for example, it's here. So 3 times 8. So 3 times 8 is the value. So 3 times 8, if you multiply by 2 on numerator and denominator, it will become 6 divided by 16. So it will become a higher term. But the term will change. But again, when you divide that 6 divided by 16, it will ultimately remain 3 divided by 8. So value won't change, only the term will change. That's what it's trying to say. Okay?
Yeah, that's the lowest term, the 3, 8, right?
Yes. So even if you keep adding up any number gradually, but ultimately the lowest term will be 3, 8 only.
Yeah.
So multiply numerator and denominator by same number. So if you are adding anything or multiplying anything in the numerator, you have to do the same to the denominator. You cannot just do in one way, okay? And same happens with the fractions in lowest term. So you have to keep dividing, and it will remain in the lowest term. So you will come across with the lowest term by dividing with the common divisible number. So you can only divide this by 2. Can you divide this by 3? 3 by 8. Can you divide by 3?
No.
No, because it is not going to give you the exact number, right?
Yeah, they have no common factor.
They have, very good. Thank you. Now converting common fractions into decimal form. So how do you? We all know this, that we use our calculator and mobile phones calculator to calculate the decimal. So how do you calculate? You convert the common fractions into decimal. So 9 divided by 8 comes to. So divide the numerator by denominator. So when you divide the numerator, if it is an exact number, which is a divisible number, like suppose 4 divided by 2, we get exact 2, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so 4 divided by 2 is 2. But 9 divided by 8 is not exactly divisible. So it comes to a decimal. So this is fraction. And fraction, when it is divided, it comes to decimal when they are not exactly divisible. So 9 divided by 8 is 1.125. We have not come to the rounding off. So do not worry about the rounding off, okay, at this moment. 1 divided by 3 is 0.0333. 7 divided by 6 is 1.666. If you want to calculate, you can do that. So for repeating decimal, use the notation of placing a period above the repeating sequence. That's what it's saying, that if it is like 0.3333, you don't have to put it up all. You can just put 0.33. 2 decimal should be okay. They put 1, but then 2 is okay. Okay, so that's something which is divide the numerator by denominator. So you convert, and we all know how to convert it into decimal, right? We all are aware about it. Converting a mixed number to a decimal form. How do you convert a mixed number? Like there's a whole number and a fraction. How do you convert that to a decimal number? So suppose this is 5, 3 by 4. So what you do is first divide 3 by 4 and bring out the decimal and add to the 5. So you have to add the whole number, okay?
Yeah,
so suppose so that you have to do it. Okay. Yeah, do this the second one. How do you what is the answer? Do the second one and the third one and tell me the answer. Do it at your end and tell me.
0.66.
So 6 2 by 3. How do you calculate the whole number and the decimal?
2 divided by 3.
Mm-hmm. 2 divided by 3 and then
0.67.
okay, 0.67. 2 divided by 3.
6 plus 0.67. So
Okay.
6.67.
7.
Okay, well, let me. And the next one? Okay, third one. I'll put it because you know the answer will be shown. So I want to show.
7.08.
1 divided by 12 and then add to 7. Yeah. 7.083 and 6.6.
Yeah, 7.08.
Yeah, so we got it. So we know now how to calculate. So do not get confused that, oh, if it is a whole number and a decimal, how do you calculate it? Fraction. So if there is a whole number and a fraction, how do you convert that to the decimal form? This is the way you calculate it. Okay. Is everyone with me and is everyone is following this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So if the first digit in the group of decimal digit that is dropped is that is to be dropped is a digit 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, the last digit retained is increased by 1. We all know, right? When you round it off, if the next immediate digit is greater than 5 or greater than 5, we add it up one more and round it off. If the first digit in the group of decimal digit that is to be dropped is digit 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, the last digit retained is left unchanged. So if it is 4 or
So
less
it's
than 4, we just keep it the
remain,
same,
yeah.
right?
Remain the
Say
same.
for example here, 7.384. So if you want to drop 4, you just put it up 7.38, right? Because it's not a 5 or greater than 5. If it would be 7.385, you can put it 7.39. Okay?
Mhm.
Like say, if you see it is in the next one. So any digit which is 5 or greater than 5, you add up one more number and round it off. But if it is 4 or less than 4, you just keep that digit as unchanged. Like 12.9448. So it's 4, right? Though it's 8, the next one, but it's 4 in this place. So you put it up 12.94. 9.32838. So you just change it to 9.33. Round the digit. Okay, so you know the rounding. I know somehow you know the rounding, but it's just that we understand it. How do you do that? Some people might not be still aware. Yes, honey?
Sorry, if it times big number, it's gonna collect like big numbers, so we can round it.
Yes. So for example, honey, this, okay, I'll just give you the example, okay? Like 12.779. Now, if you want to round it off, what will you round it? If you want to just round it off to 2 decimals.
It's closer for the 80, 12.78, 80.
78, right? 12.78.
Yeah.
Why do you think 12.78? Because the 7 after the 2 value, like after decimal, after the 2 digit, the third digit is 5 or greater than 5, you round it off by adding one more to that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But suppose it would be 4.
Oh,
In
here
the-
it's gonna be 12.77.
77.
77, yeah.
Because you don't have to add up one more. Okay.
No.
So for rounding off, you have to see whether the value is 5 or greater than 5. Then you add up one more. If it is 4 or less than 4, you just keep the value same. Okay. Okay. Rounding. So if you can see the rounding out here as well, have a look at it. $24.8975. So these are more 9 rounding. Because of rounding 9, the value will go further to the before decimal as well, right? See.
Yeah.
24.89, if you round it up, it's going to be 24.90. 1.996, if you round it off, it comes to $2. You can see that. So the decimal goes, so the value goes before decimal as well. 3,199.9983. So in this case, how much will be 3,200? Yeah.
Yes.
Rounding off has to be very much right and correctly. If you don't know, then don't try to round it off. unless and until otherwise you might mess up the things, right? Round the digit 9 up to 0. So you have to actually round to 0. So if the value is 999 something, it goes to further and it comes to 0. Okay, now let's do some complex fractions, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Water?
Complex fractions are mathematical expressions containing one or more fractions in the numerator or the denominator or both. Now let's try to solve the first one, okay? 400 divided by 400 times this one. This fraction, let's try to calculate it. Oh, I couldn't get it. Let me see if I can still get it or not. If not, then I don't think so. Yeah, I got it, but then, yeah. Okay, guys. Now there are complex fractions as well. 400 into 1 plus 0.06 times 90 by 365. What do you calculate first, guys?
The bracket.
The bracket. So how do you, let's calculate the bracket first. So in the bracket,
Okay.
what is the first thing we calculated? Everybody pep up.
We have to calculate first the fraction.
Very good. You have to calculate the fraction first in the bracket, right? So 90 divided by
365.
365, right? So I'm just going to put it up that 0. Okay, so we'll be 1 plus, I'm just talking about the bracket now, okay? 0.06 plus
Plus
0.
0246.
246 are equivalent to 0.25. 0.25.
Okay, let's keep it the whole number now. We are not rounding off. Unless we finish the calculation, we don't generally round off. We only
Okay.
round when we get the final answer. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So 0.24657534. Let's keep this, okay?
Okay.
So plus 0.06 plus 1.
6 and 1, 3. 1.306.
90 divided by 365. Okay, now is it plus 0.06 or times 0.06?
Plus.
Is it? Sorry, I plussed it, but in the question it is time. Can see the question?
Times.
Yeah, see, don't get carried away with extra overwhelming emotions like me, and then I just do the plus, you know. So it's going to be 1.01479452, right? Times 400.
Times.
So is equal to 405.92. Now you can do that, you know, or you can keep it in. So if you don't understand this, if you don't understand this, let me know. Everybody do it yourself. Solve this fraction, guys.
0.246.
Maybe 800.
Mohammed, you're following it?
Kind of, ma'am. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. Mercy, Esther, are you guys there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay. If you have any doubt, let me know. Okay.
Mom, I'm here.
Good. I'm sure rest of the people also let me know if you have any doubt. Edna, Athalie, Kathy, Kathleen, Catherine, Arlene. Oh, that's good. Good job, Rachel Welders. You very smart.
$405.
All done.
All done?
0.917.
So I said 92.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So everybody got it. So what you do is like the very first thing you calculate is a fraction. And then you multiply, because according to Bedmes, you have to do the multiplication first and then the addition. So you multiply 0.06 and then add 1 and then again times 400. So it comes to, honey, you getting it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Zero.
Okay, let's go to the second one, okay? See what's the answer? 4.405.92. Okay, now let's look at the second one, okay? Okay. Oh, that's too small.
Yeah, I cannot see.
Yeah, no, I'll just put it up bigger one, okay?
So
Okay.
blurry.
I know, right?
We're getting
Yeah, is
old, I
that
think.
okay?
We're getting old.
Again.
I need magnifying lens.
Okay, let's calculate it here.
Okay.
I hope it's not going to take it up again. Yeah. Well, okay. Let me see. I can work around something. I can just increase the font. No, it's not happening. I'll just appear. Oh. Okay. I think whenever I try, okay, I'll just see if I can just put something here. No, I think let's work on that only itself. It's okay. 950 divided by 1 plus 0.0. In this case, I can just take this out. 950 divided by 1 plus 0.05 times 292 divided by 365. So what's the first thing you try to solve it?
The bracket first.
Do we have any bracket in this?
No.
Oh.
So we do the fractions, right?
Fractions, yeah.
Because the top, the numerator, you just have a whole number. You don't have like the nice number. You don't have to need any calculation. So we work on the denominator part.
Okay, yeah.
Denominator part, the very first thing we calculate fraction times 0.05 plus 1 and then divide 950 divided by whatever amount you get. Okay. So let's do that. 292 divided by 365.
Plus
What is that?
0.08.
0.8. 0.8.
0.8, very good. 0.8 times 0.05.
Times
0.04.
Yes.
Yeah.
0.04.
0.04. 0.08 times 0.05 is equal to
times
0.4.
Yeah.
Sorry, 0.4
times
plus 1 is equal to 1.04.
1.04.
So 950 divided by 1.04.
913.46.
9.05.
Wow, whose dog is barking?
Ate Janet's dog.
Eleanor, that's your dog?
Maybe Ate Ellie.
Eleanor, do you have it? Eleanor is a parrot.
I'm on mute and my dog is sleeping.
Oh, it's. I think Janet's voice is very, very low, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 913.4695, but you can round it off to 913.47.
913.46.
So this is the way you calculate the complex fractions. Not as complex as it looks like, because you guys are all smart in calculating. So shall we move forward, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now we all know what the percentage is. Okay. How do you calculate the percentage? We know. So some people are not sure. Sometimes when we divide by 100 or multiply by 100, they say, why do you use 100? But when you use a percentage, it's per 100. Okay. And we use the symbol percentage as mentioned here. So if it is a 17 percentage, means 17 divided by 100. So how do you convert the percentage into decimal? So 17 divided by 100 is 0.17. 0.8 percentage is 0.008. So 0.8 divided by 100 or 8 divided by 1000. We need to be aware about it. Why 8 divided by 1000? Because you took the decimal out and you have transferred the 0 on the denominator. Okay. 55 percentage is 0.55 decimal. 215 is normal. Now 0.75. 0.75 percentage is 0.75 divided by 100 or 75 divided by 10,000. So how many values you have after decimal? You have to take it up that many zeros. You have to add up that many zeros. Okay. So like say for example, if you say 3 divided by 8%, so it's 0.375 divided by 100. So if you, let me take it up that here. It's 3 divided by 8%, okay? So is equal to, now 3 divided by 800, yeah? So is equal to 0.375 divided by 100. Now there are 3 values after decimal, okay? So you use 3 more zeros. So 375, if you really want to convert them into the value and take the decimal out, okay? Times, sorry, divided by 100,000. Or you can also calculate it, 0.37 divided by 100 is 0.00375. So your calculator will do excellent work, but you need to be aware what exactly value you have to use it. Whether you have to use it by 100, divide by 10,000. So depending upon what value you have it on the top. So simple if you want it, you don't have to go too much. This is just an explanation. So 3 divided by 8%. So 3 divided by 800. What is the value? Zero point zero. If you just if you just calculate that, the value on the decimal value is the same. 0.00375. Yeah. So this is as simple. This is not like very difficult. Okay, now let's go to the next one. So replace the percentage symbol and reduce it to the lowest term. Now you have to convert the percentage to the common fraction. See, changing the percent to the common fraction. So now you have to, when you're changing the percentage to the common fraction, you have to replace the percentage by divide by 100, and then you have to reduce to the lowest term. So let's do that, okay? So now 28%. 28% is 28 divided by 100.
100.
So how,
Yeah.
okay, 28, because the percentage, now let's do here, okay? Am I doing it here, okay? So 28 percentage, when you convert it into fraction, you divide by 100. Now you
100.
want to reduce it to the lowest term. So guys, when you have to reduce it to the lowest term, there should be a very common value which should be divisible by both the numerator and the denominator. So what is the value which you can divide it by 28 and by 100 as well? 5. Can you divide it by 5? No, right?
4.
Can you divide it by 4? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Always try basic with the 2. If you want it, it's okay. If you're not sure with the highest number, start with 2 and 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So 4. Okay. So
4.
4 sevens are 28, and 4 twos are 8, and 4 fives are 20.
25.
So 7 divided by 25.
Yes.
So that's the way it is. See, 7 divided by 25. Okay, let's do 175. Okay, do 175. I'm just going to take this out and tell me the answer. Change the percentage to common fraction and then reduce it to the lowest value, okay?
Eight.
175% is equal to 175 divided by 100.
100.
Now reduce it to the common, reduce it to the lowest value.
So
So what is the divisible number? 2, no, right? 3, no. 4, no. 5 is it divisible by both? Yes. So
5.
okay, so 5 on the numerator, I'm multiplying that. Okay, so 5 times how much? 35. 5 3s are 15.
Yeah. 5
And 5 5s are okay. Divide by 5 times
4.
5 2s are 10 and 20. So 5 times 20. So is equal to 35 divided by 20. Yeah, because 5 will anyways go, right? Now, do you think you can further reduce it guys, Janet, can you mute yourself? Okay. 35 divided by 20. So now 35 divided by 20 can be further reduced to a term because 35 is still a bigger number. So can you try with 5 again? So 5 sevens are 35 and 5 fours are
7.
20. So 7 by 4.
7/4.
Yeah, 7 over 4 is fine.
Mhm.
Let's try, okay? Let's see if the answer is correct. Yeah, 7 over 4.
Okay.
You don't have to go with 725. We don't know what the 25 table is, right? So we don't have to worry about doing this stuff. Janet, can you mute yourself, please? Or I'll mute her. It's better.
Hey, Fatima and Tati, I've been mute for a long time. What are you talking about?
Oh God, it's not mute at all. The dog, whose dog is making noise, guys?
Not my dog. My dog is sleeping.
It's okay. Relax, Janet.
You're
Sorry for that. I thought it's your dog.
I know because yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Sorry.
My God.
Gosh,
Relax, just
it's
chill
difficult.
out.
Guys, it's difficult to see each other. Guys, you don't have to get mad on things. It's difficult for me to even take the class. So relax.
The two of you are blaming me and my dog when my dog is sleeping. Now he just woke
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're making
That's it.
mistakes now.
Sorry.
I don't understand what you're teaching.
Oh God.
You know,
Janet, I'm sorry. I said sorry.
Your class.
Sorry, Janet. You just
Talk to
relax.
the management about this.
Okay. Okay.
You guys, you should check first who's doing it, not blame right away. The two of you already blame.
Guys, we can't see each other, guys. So I said
know
sorry.
You cannot see. That's why I'm mad. You cannot see, but you're blaming me.
But I'm sorry for that. I already said sorry to you, right?
There's the two of you.
Not big deal. Why?
Guys,
got
we just
mad?
have to understand each other. This is not we're not blaming each other, and we are sorry for that. So that's it.
Nobody has
Okay.
to be mad. You don't have to say sorry.
Honey, relax. Honey,
Yeah.
relax. We just focus on the class. It's okay. We don't know.
I
We
know
are not
Miss
sure
Fatima,
about
but
it. So
you
we are
don't have
sorry
to
about
say
it.
too many
Okay.
times sorry for her. It's easy. It's nothing big deal.
Yeah. Just
Yes.
keep on going.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think that's our dog. I think escape in the room. I put
Eleanor, make sure to mute yourself. Okay, please.
no, I put the dog outside. And
And sorry, Janet, we didn't mean it to you. So don't get too hyper. It's okay. Relax.
he escaped. I put it inside the room.
Okay. No, Eleanor, you're good.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Guys, that's what I humbly request all the time, everybody to just mute yourself if there's some noise, just because we can't talk to each other, we can't listen to each other, right? And it's difficult for me to identify who is talking and who is not talking or what's happening. But yeah, I think we don't have to, we have to understand each other's situation, and you have to, accommodate to the situation. Anyways, let's go further. It doesn't, we have to go further. Yeah, sorry, I appreciate everyone is, quite accommodating, and sometimes it happens, it's human nature, so it's okay.
But you didn't say nothing wrong, Miss Fatima.
No, I'm not. I didn't say
No.
that I'm wrong, but it was my mistake that I directly went to Janet. So I'm sorry for that. I didn't knew that it was Eleanor's dog. Okay. But that's okay. We don't have to, yeah.
Sorry. I surprised her because he ran very fast. And I mute and unmute.
Yeah, guys, mute yourself if at all there is a situation, because it gets too difficult,
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah?
proceed.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
keep
proceed.
on going.
Let's
Yeah.
proceed.
I'm
Proceed.
Yeah, we just-
interested.
I know,
The
right? We need
lesson
to.
for the
That's
first
okay.
time.
That's okay.
So let's keep on going.
Well, Janet, we are all careful all the time. So sorry for that. But then, yeah, it's just that I know you're not, you take care of yourself. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, let's focus on it. Replace the percentage, and I know everybody is interested in math, right? And Janet, if you don't understand, let us know, okay? Because you said you don't understand it. So you just let us know if you don't understand anything. So next is like 175. Let's work on 6.25. Okay. Now let's try to reduce it to the lowest value. Everyone, I'm going to take the answer out. Okay. Okay. Let's work on that. So this is a decimal, guys. So make sure, how do you do that? 6.25. Now that is a percentage. Okay. The very first thing is you can do is 6.25 divided by 100. Okay. So 6.25 divided by 100 is, can you reduce this term? It's a little difficult, isn't it? So you can do it as 6. Now there are two values after the decimal. So you can add up 2 more zeros. Okay. So 625, you just take the decimal out.
10,000.
10,000. Yes. And now reduce it to the lowest value, everyone. Okay, now have to identify which is the value you're going to is divisible with. Do you think 2 is divisible?
No.
3,
There's a
4, 5.
5.
Yes, 5 is divisible because 625 is like the last value is 5, so you can divide it by 5, right? So try doing that.
Okay.
Suppose 5, because we don't have to go to the bigger
6 to
number, we
5
don't know, right? We
divided by
are not sure about
5.
the table, so we can do it a little bit better. So 5 times 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, and 5 15. So 5 divided by 125, and 5 times 5 twos are 10, 2000.
6 to 5.
So is equal to 125 divided by 2000.
400.
25 divided by 0.020.
You don't have to convert to decimal, girl.
Sorry. By 5 again.
5 times, okay. So 5 twos are 10 and 5. So 5 times 25 divided by 5 times 5 fours are 20 and 400. So is equal to 25 divided by
20.
400. Now, then you can divide it by 5 times 5. 5 twos are 10, 0. Is equal to, I'm just going more detail. You guys can do it at your own rough pages and do that. Okay, you don't have to bring up all the calculation. That's okay.
Okay.
I divide by 20, so is equal to 1 divided by 4. Is it
4.
5 over 80.
5 over 80? Sorry, then if I am
5 over 80.
so okay, sorry,
Yes,
not 20.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yes,
Okay.
5 over 80.
Yeah, okay. So that's going to be 5 over 80. So can you further do it? Further divide it. 1 divided by 5 ones are 5. 1 divided by 16. Can you make it?
16, yeah. 1 over 16.
1 over 16. Can you make it?
Yes.
Let's try doing that. If I am, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. 1 over 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we are on the right track or not.
I'm on the right track,
5
baby.
divided by 80 and 1 divided by 16. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
So they have
Yeah.
not reduced, but you can reduce it to 1 divided by 16. That's also okay.
Yeah, that's the smallest. Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Buzz. And yeah. Honey, back up.
Honey,
I'm here.
So I can say good job, guys, as well.
No, guys.
Honey, you're barking.
No,
Yes, the barking, honey.
guys, 1 divided by 4 percentage. How do you calculate that? I am not taking the answer out because if you see 1 divided by 4 percentage. So
So-
it's ideally 1 by 400, right? You don't have to see all this. It's simple. It's 1 divided by 4 is 4 percentage is 1 divided by 400 because it's divided by 100, right?
yeah.
So that's the way you calculate it. You cannot go for one. You cannot go for the smallest value. So it's anyways 1 divided by 400. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Anybody having any doubt, guys? Please put up the question here, and we can try to stop and solve it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go further. Lots of stuff to learn today. So yeah, we cannot sleep, Eleanor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't sleep. How can I sleep?
I know you have come today late, so you cannot sleep, but okay. Changing percentage to decimal. Now, how can you change the percentage to decimal?
I just put decimal point 2 places going to the left. I just learned.
Okay. So I was just having a sip of water. Okay. So
Yeah, that's the
52%, if it is there, if you want to divide it, if you want to convert it to decimal, you just have to divide by 100. Okay.
Mhm.
52 divided by 100. So it's equal to 0.52. Now, if it is 0.75, if you want to convert into decimal, just divide by 100, guys. That's it. Okay. So 1 divided by 400 is 0.0025. See, so for converting things into decimal, just divide by 100. For converting decimal into percentage, you have to multiply by 100. Okay.
Okay, that's
All good?
Yeah.
yes.
Mercy, are you there? Are you guys following Catherine Torres?
I'm catching up.
Okay, good. How about Lai? Are you there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, good. Still here.
Mom, I'm here.
Oh, good job. Where's MJ? I haven't heard. I've heard her voice in the morning, and then I haven't heard her. Rosamond, you're okay? Peter, Arlene.
I'm
Guys-
still here.
I'm
Oh,
good.
good girl.
I'm still here, ma'am.
Good girl.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Good, Rosamond. You're listening to me. Good.
Me too, ma'am.
Oh,
Me
yeah,
too. I'm
yes.
still here. Okay, I'm still alive.
Oh, yeah. I am happy you are alive. Yeah, well, I love listening to your voice. You have not been, you, Rachel, everybody's not talking since long.
I'm here.
Now, who is this? I know there are people. Okay. Changing this decimal to percentage. Now, as I said, you changing percentage to decimal, you just have to divide by 100. Okay. Now, you're changing decimal to percentage, you have to multiply by 100. So if you see 0.0525, multiply by 100, and then you will come to okay. So 0.0525, 0.00525 times 100. Okay. So if you see times 100 is 0.525. Okay. The Rex has not come, right? Don't listen to his voice as well.
I'm here.
Rex, are you there?
I'm here.
Rex, why
Hello?
are you not answering? I haven't heard your voice.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, good.
I'm just trying to let my mind
You work-
bleed.
Okay, you're working?
No.
Okay.
Oh, we are lots today. 27 now. Very good.
She's just counting the slides. Eleanor, I'm going to come home and,
What?
give you more slides. Okay, guys, 0.38 converting into percentage, you just multiply by 100, okay? Multiply with 100. 0.55 multiply with 100. 1 3 by 8. 1 3 by 8 is, how do you convert this into percentage? 1 3 by 8, guys. So first thing, you got to solve the fraction.
Yeah.
That is 3 divided by 8 and then add up with 1. Okay.
Yes.
So
the
it's
fraction
3
first.
fraction first. Yeah. So see if
Yeah.
you go with this.
And then 2 places to the right, percentage.
Yes. Suppose
0.
3 divided by 8. Okay. Is 0.375 plus 1. So it's equal to 1375 times 100. So it's equal to 137.5. Okay. It's equal to 0.375 plus 1. 1.375 times 100 because it's percentage. Okay. Is equal to 137.5. Okay, so that's all good. Everyone,
Yes.
let's go further. Okay, changing the fractions to percentage. Guys, I want some participation. Everyone, buck up, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone, yeah. Rachel, Valdez, Rachel, Maximo.
Present, ma'am.
Oh, you look sleepy again.
Yes, I'm present.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm happy to listen to you present, you know. Yeah. Okay, let's go. So change the fraction to percentage. So how do you convert the fractions to percentage? So you can directly convert it by 7 divided by 8 percentage. So 7 by 800. Or what you can do is 7 times 800. Okay, because you're converting into percentage. Or you can just first convert it into decimal and then times 100. So it comes to percentage. So now let's do the first one. Okay. 7 divided by 8. See, I've already mentioned here. Yeah. 7 divided by, I was just doing it to the evening class. Okay, yeah. So 7 divided by 8 is how much?
0.875.
So now times 100 is equal to 87.5.
5%.
Yeah, so in the same way you do it. Now do the last one, guys. Oh yeah, Maria. Good. You okay? If you have any doubt, just let me know. Okay, Maria? We have good numbers. 27. That's good. Okay, so second one is 1 divided by 3.
4.
No problem, Maria.
No, it's 1 divided by 4.
1 divided by, just a moment. Let me just put it
Oh.
on.
The last one you said.
Yeah, 1 divided by 3. Second one is, so it's just normal, right? 4 divided by 7 is okay. 1 divided by 4. So whole number and a fraction. So first
So
you have
the
to,
fraction first. So
yes, fraction first, and then you have to add up.
add the whole number.
Yes.
And then
Got it?
yes.
Okay. So 1 divided by 4, you just first calculate it. So it will come to 0.25 plus 1. So it will be 1.25 and then multiply with 100. Okay.
Yes.
Now that was all about the decimal percentage, what we were learning about it. I hope things are okay with you guys. Let me know if you have any doubt, but otherwise I think it's pretty okay to understand. There is something called as arithmetic average or mean. You remember, have you heard about calculating the mean or average? Okay, average of your whole marks or average of your class students, you know. So you calculate the average, yeah?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so there will be two kind of averages what you calculate, simple average or weighted average. So in simple average, you just calculate, add up all the number divided by total number of the whatever is the data privilege.
Yeah.
So we'll see the example. Weighted average, you have to multiply with each of the weights. Okay. So let's look at first the simple average. The arithmetic average or mean. Add the value in the set and divide the number of those values. Like say for example, the marks. Okay. Kathy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you read this please for me?
Okay. No, I'm shaking.
Can you read?
Why are you shaking?
One.
Read it. Okay. Example is
Sorry. Yeah.
example is the marks obtained by. Okay, can you read it?
Which one? The arithmetic?
Yes, arithmetic average.
Okay, the arithmetic average or mean. Add the values in the set and divide the number of those values. Example, the marks obtained by, what's that, Byung Kang for
Whatever
the
name, it's okay.
7 tests that make up Unit 1 of his Mathematics of Finance course. Yeah, I'm shaking. Oh my God. We're 82.
Okay.
68.
Okay. What we can do is like, let me read it. You know, it's like,
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no worries. The
Ate
marks,
Janet, I'm sorry.
the marks obtained by Kang for 7 tests that make up Unit 1 of his Mathematics of Finance course were 82, 68, 88, 72, 78, 96, and 80. So there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 values given for his course. Okay. That is like for the test he's taken up. So they are the marks which are obtained. Okay. For Unit 1 of his Mathematics of Finance. So if all test counts equally, what was the marks of? If all test counts equally, what was his average marks for Unit 1? Okay. So now how do you calculate the all average? Now these are all the marks he got it in his test, 7 tests. So if all tests are count equally, what was his average marks for the Unit 1? So we can see sum of test of marks for Unit 1 divided by number of tests. Okay. So Unit 1 is like you just add up all the marks divided by 7.
7,
and that
81.
comes to
81. Yeah.
Okay. Like calculate it yourself. Did you calculate it?
Yes, I'm right.
Oh, that's good, girl. Yeah.
81. Oh,
Kathy,
see?
calculate yourself.
Hey, in your answer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not just kidding.
Okay. So that is something which you calculate the average, okay? Average of the 7. So this is like the simple average. How you do is you just take up all the marks and divide by 7. Why did you get the 7? Because there are number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 7 tests. So you calculate divide by 7. Average, this is a simple average to calculate it, okay? Same like this. If his marks for Unit 2 and 3 of the course were 72.4 and 68.9 respectively, and all unit marks have equal value, what was his course average? So what will be his course average if he got Unit 2 72.4 and 68.9 in Unit 3? What will be his course average, guys? You just have to calculate the simple average.
$70.65.
So guys,
Oh,
Eleanor,
I'm sleepy.
71. Do you guys want to take a 2 minutes break, guys? Do you want to just stretch up yourself?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay,
have
take
to-
a break
I
of
have
5 minutes. We come back. No, 10 minutes. We come back at 11 o'clock back.
I
Okay.
have to pee really bad.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 5
Okay.
minutes. 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right. Vani, good idea to have a break for now. Yeah, Vani? Okay. You also want to go, Vani? Yeah, you guys can take a break. Oh, God.
Oh God.
We can refresh ourselves and breathe. I know. Just breathe now. Who's that? Who said, oh, God? Kathy, to everyone, let's eat. Kathy, are you going to give us some food? Where's Eileen? Eileen is not telling. Eileen, are you there?
Yes,
Is Eileen there?
yes, I was laughing when you said that.
When I said what?
When you said Kathy is giving her
Oh yeah, because I know I when I ask Kathy some food stuff, I remember you all the time. Yeah.
panada.
Empanada.
Yeah, good job. It's not
Good
panada
job.
anymore.
I know you gonna just
Fatima, mine is samada.
Samada. Now what is that?
Uh, that's another version of panada.
Oh really? Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Miss Fatima.
Yes, Michelle.
Yeah. When I add all this number 81.0 plus 75.4 plus 68.9, the answer is 225.3.
Okay. I
That's
think
why I
Maria
get it.
also wrote the same thing. Let's see. Not 567. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah.
862. Because I think I tried doing that and it was right.
Mhm.
That's good. See, 82 plus 68 plus 88 plus 72 plus
But
78 plus 96 plus 83. It's 567.
no, the second one, the second exam. Yeah, this
Oh,
the course.
Yeah. So why? Because the 81 of the previous course has to be also taken, right? Now,
Mm,
if you read the question, Michelle
yeah.
and Maria as well, if his marks for unit 2 and 3 of the course were 72.4 and 68.9, and all unit marks have equal value, that means it has to include unit 1 as well.
Okay.
So unit 1 is previous one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, you have to include unit 1. Marks have equal. What was his course average? Because if its course average is taken up, then it has to be unit 1, unit 2, and unit 3. So that's well, you take it up unit 1, 2, and 3, and that's divided by 1.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
You got it? Yeah. Good
Yes,
job, girl.
yes, I'm confused.
Yeah.
81.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I just came. Can you do it again? Sorry, I miss it.
Which one? The second one?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, did you guys not want to take a break? But then if it is 225, it might be a little bit different from that. So don't worry about that. Okay. 72.4. Okay. So basically it's not 75, it's 72. Okay. Because question it is 72.
Yeah,
5.1.
yeah, it's given, right? So,
It's given.
yeah. Okay. So,
Oh, it's not
Okay.
75, 72.4.
72.4, right? Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we actually, it was a typo error out here. Guys, basically, okay, but you are on break. Do you still want to come, me to let you know, or once everybody come back from break, let's start and let me explain then. Is that okay, Oleanor?
yeah, I'm here now.
Okay.
Thank you.
We wait for the rest of the stuff for 2 more minutes and then we start, okay? Otherwise, they will say that, you know what, you only sent us on break and then you are not letting us. Then I have to bring up another sorry.
Why you didn't go?
Okay. So,
Oh.
Eleanor, you have a parrot as well. How is this parrot doing?
Oh, they're all sleeping now. Sleeping. I give them
So do you have to feed them?
yeah.
Yes, like
Yeah.
coffee break. That's what I'm explaining, Eleanor. She's not understanding. It's a coffee break.
Coffee break.
Yeah, but no coffee here.
No, I have a coconut water break.
Wow, you too healthy.
God.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yes, that's my favorite, coconut water.
Okay.
Sino ba yung huling-huli na?
Wag kang magbibintang.
At what did you cook?
Nothing.
Ano kinama? Ano
Is
ba
it break
niluto?
time? Is it break time?
Yeah, 1 more
Is
minute.
it lunch break?
No, not yet. Oh, you're too early.
Are you
Seven.
crazy, Kathy? Kathy, I'm going to come and
She's dreaming.
I know she's dreaming. She's doing something else.
11 o'clock only. It's not, the clock's not going back yet on winter.
Oh my God.
What did you cook?
It's not exam yet, and then that's it for today.
No, I will let you sit after that as well.
I want to see you, my cousin, ma'am.
What do you want me to see you? See.
I'm here now in Edmonton.
Oh,
You are in Edmonton. Okay, let me put it on. Okay, let me stop the share. Okay, what is that? Jesse, what are you asking for? What do you want to?
I just show my cousin. I was here in Edmonton, me and Abby.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hindi, kasi bago lang siya eh. Kala niya, nasa India pa rin siya.
Who is that? Amount of text. Whatever processed values.
It's 11 hours.
Okay, shall we begin, guys? Everybody is here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good girls and
Madam.
good boys.
Yes. Are you doing the
Yes,
attendance
ma'am.
now?
Eileen, what are you asking?
I just want you to laugh.
Just wanted to?
I just want you to laugh.
I know you're too sweet.
Attendance already 11 o'clock.
Then break time.
Eleanor, relax. It's okay.
Then exam. See you tomorrow.
What's that, ate? Can you give me some?
Cookies.
With
Even-
the waffle with the
Even you going to BC?